As men age, there often comes a moment when they feel disconnected from their bodies. For men over 60, that feeling can grow stronger, especially when they notice weaker erections, diminished desire, or a sense of emotional numbness. You might even wake up in the morning feeling more tired than when you went to bed, or notice a quiet frustration where confidence used to be. If that sounds familiar, listen closely. What I'm about to share can change that. Not with pills or surgeries, but with a simple 5-minute self-massage technique. I've seen it work time and time again with men just like you, men who thought they had lost their strength and vitality forever. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, MD, and for over 30 years, I've helped thousands of patients reclaim their health and confidence. I specialize in helping older men restore balance to their lives, not just by treating symptoms, but by focusing on the root causes. Through my experience, I've learned that the key to revitalizing your body and mind doesn't come from external fixes, but from reconnecting with your own body in a purposeful and intentional way. In this video, I'll walk you through how self-touch, a wellness massage, can reawaken circulation, release tension, and help you rediscover a sense of vitality. It's simple, but incredibly effective. By the end of this video, you'll understand how just a few minutes a day can make a huge difference in how you feel physically and emotionally. One of the most overlooked aspects of male health, especially as we age, is the power of touch, not the touch of another person, but the touch of your own hands. You might be surprised to learn that reconnecting with your body through intentional, present touch is one of the most powerful ways to restore blood flow, muscle relaxation, and nerve function. Over the years, I've helped many men who thought their best days were behind them discover the healing potential of simply touching their bodies with purpose. It's not about indulgence or pleasure. It's about restoration. When you intentionally touch parts of your body that have been neglected or strained, you signal to your nervous system that you are present, you are listening, and you are ready to awaken what has grown dormant. The simple act of focusing on specific areas of the body, like your lower belly, pelvic region, or even the base of your penis, sends signals through your nervous system that encourage the body to reconnect and respond. Let's be clear, this isn't magic. It's about your body's natural ability to heal itself when given the right attention. Through my years of practice, I've watched men transform in just days after learning how to touch with presence. The results speak for themselves. It's a small investment of time that brings about profound changes. In fact, I've worked with men who thought they had lost all hope, and within a few days of implementing this simple self-massage technique, they saw improved circulation, stronger erections, and most importantly, a renewed sense of confidence. You see, it's not just physical healing, it's emotional healing too. Your body remembers when you start giving it the respect it deserves. As we age, our bodies naturally go through a series of changes. For men over 60, these changes can lead to a sense of disconnection, not just from our bodies, but from ourselves. If you've noticed a decrease in energy, a lack of desire, or even a sense of numbness in your physical and emotional well-being, you're not alone. It's a common experience that many men in their 60s face. Yet it's something rarely discussed openly. So, why does this happen? Simply put, it's a biological process. Over time, blood flow slows, muscles tighten, nerves become sluggish, and hormone levels decline. These natural changes can lead to a diminished sense of vitality, and most men begin to disconnect not just from their physical strength, but from their emotional core as well. This isn't about failure. It's about the cumulative effects of aging, stress, and inactivity. But here's the good news: your body hasn't given up on you. It's still sending quiet signals, asking for attention, urging you to reconnect with it. That heaviness in your lower belly, the subtle tension you can't seem to stretch away, or the fading sense of aliveness you feel, these aren't just signs of aging. They're your body's way of asking to be touched, heard, and reawakened. Many men ignore these signals, or worse, feel ashamed of them. But the truth is, these feelings are part of the body's natural communication system, signaling that it's time to take action and re-engage. When you give your body the right kind of touch, the right kind of attention, things begin to change. Through simple, focused touch, I've seen men come back to life, not just physically, but emotionally, by reawakening these parts of their bodies that have been dormant for years. It's about treating your body with respect, and in return, it starts to respond. The blood flows, the nerves wake up, and that lost confidence starts to return. Imagine your body has a hidden switch, a switch buried deep inside, under years of tension, stress, and silence. For many men over 60, that switch has been turned off, or at least it's been so quiet that it's hard to notice. But the truth is, that switch is still there, waiting to be flipped back on. You don't need a complex treatment or an expensive pill to activate it. What your body needs is the right touch at the right time. Self-massage, when done with intention, can help you reconnect with that hidden switch by pressing certain areas of your body with purpose. You can turn it on again. You can restore the flow of blood, energy, and confidence that you once had. This isn't about random pleasure or just stimulating sensitive areas. This is about restoration, about reconnecting the parts of your body that have been neglected for too long. Think of it like resetting a broken circuit. When you touch certain areas, your pelvic region, the base of your penis, or your lower belly, you are sending a signal to your brain and nervous system. Wake up. Come back online. This touch can awaken dormant nerve pathways, restore circulation, and bring life back to parts of you that have grown quiet. You might be wondering, does this really work? I can tell you, from years of experience, that it absolutely does. I've seen it happen with thousands of men. After just a few minutes, a day of intentional self-touch, they began to feel alive again, not just in their bodies, but emotionally, too. The connection you thought you had lost wasn't gone, it was just asleep. And now, by learning how to re-engage with your body through purposeful touch, you can awaken that connection and restore your vitality, confidence, and manhood. You just need to be willing to listen to your body and take action. When I first mention a male wellness massage to many of my older patients, their initial reaction is often one of discomfort or confusion. It's understandable. Most men haven't been taught that touch, especially self-touch, can be a deeply restorative and powerful act. But over the years, I've learned something vital. Beneath the discomfort is often an unmet need for connection, not with others, but with themselves. A male wellness massage is not about pleasure, as the world often reduces it to. It's not about fantasy or stimulation. What it's really about is restoration. This technique is a way to rebuild the communication between your brain, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. It's about restoring circulation where it's slowed, releasing tension where it's built up, and gently waking up parts of your body that have been ignored for far too long. Think of it like this: when you give yourself the attention your body needs, you are essentially telling it, "I care. I'm still here. You're not forgotten." And when you give your body that kind of respect, it begins to respond. You'll start to feel blood flow, returning to the places it once abandoned. Your nerves will become more responsive, and you'll notice your body waking up in ways you never thought possible. The science behind this is simple but profound. A targeted massage improves blood flow, calms the nervous system, and softens tight pelvic muscles that often sabotage erections and sensation. But more than that, it begins to rebuild trust in your body. You stop seeing your body as something broken or weak. Instead, you start seeing it as worthy again. And when that happens, true healing begins, not just physically, but emotionally too. I've watched countless men who thought their best years were behind them discover a renewed sense of control and vitality just by practicing this technique for 5 minutes a day. It's not a luxury, it's a lifeline, a simple, gentle act that can truly transform your life. When we talk about erections, most people immediately think about blood flow. But what many men don't realize is that blood flow is guided by signals from your nervous system. As we age, those signals grow weaker, and the pathways that once sparked arousal begin to fade. But here's the important part. Just because the connection seems lost doesn't mean it's gone for good. Think of it like a broken circuit in a device. When it's disconnected, nothing works. But once you plug it back in, the power returns. This is exactly how intentional touch works in your body. When you focus on key areas like the base of your penis, your lower belly, or your perineum, you're sending powerful signals through your nervous system. You're essentially saying, "Wake up, reconnect." The pelvic region is rich in nerve endings, especially the pudendal nerve, which controls sensation and arousal. Yet, over time, these nerve pathways can become sluggish or dormant. That's where intentional touch comes into play. By activating these nerves with gentle, focused pressure, you can reactivate the pathways that are crucial for arousal and sensation. At first, the lights might flicker as those pathways begin to reawaken. You might feel a tingling warmth or a slight shift in sensation. But the more you practice, the stronger the connection becomes. Men who haven't felt much in years suddenly feel their bodies coming back to life. Whether it's a warm sensation or even a release of tension they never knew existed. It's not about magic or complicated techniques. It's about your body doing what it was always meant to do. Once we stop ignoring it, the body remembers how to respond when we engage with it properly. It's a process of reactivation, and it's incredibly effective in restoring vitality, energy, and confidence. In fact, this process can help men feel a renewed sense of control and pleasure. Often after just a few sessions, the nervous system responds quickly to purposeful touch, and you can feel alive in ways you never thought possible. For many men, the concept of the pelvic floor is an unfamiliar one. It's not something we often talk about, but believe me, it plays a critical role in sexual health, erection strength, and even overall vitality. The pelvic floor is made up of a group of muscles that support the bladder, prostate, and bowels. More importantly, it directly influences the flow of blood to your genitals. When the pelvic floor is tight or overstressed, it can interfere with blood circulation, leading to weaker erections and reduced sensation. This tightness is often caused by chronic stress, sitting for long periods, or even the mental strain that comes from years of disconnecting from our bodies. Over time, these issues can lead to what many men experience as fast ejaculation, diminished pleasure, or a sense of heaviness in the lower belly. One of my patients, Mark, a 68-year-old retired engineer, came to me with these exact issues. He had been noticing a gradual loss of sensation during intimacy, and he couldn't figure out why his erections were no longer as strong as they once were. He mentioned feeling tight and stiff in his lower abdomen, but couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. After a thorough evaluation, we found that his pelvic floor was extremely tight and had been contributing to his erectile difficulties. Mark had never really thought about his pelvic floor muscles before. Most men don't, but after learning how to relax and release tension in this area, Mark's body began to change. Using the self-massage techniques I've taught many men, including gentle pressure around the pelvic region and lower abdomen, Mark started to notice subtle shifts in just a few days. His muscles loosened up, and his blood flow improved, helping him feel more connected to his body. The tightness that once sabotaged his erections began to fade, and his confidence returned. The key takeaway here is simple. Relaxing the pelvic floor can be the missing link to stronger erections, better sexual control, and an overall healthier body. And the best part, it doesn't require surgery, pills, or invasive treatments, just a few minutes a day of focused, intentional touch. By incorporating pelvic floor relaxation into your daily routine, you're giving your body the tools it needs to function at its best, helping restore the strength and control you may have thought was gone forever. Now that we understand the importance of the pelvic floor and the connection between your body and nervous system, let's dive into the 3 simple massage techniques that can help you reawaken the parts of your body that have been dormant. These techniques don't require any special equipment, just your hands, a little oil, and a few minutes of your time. The first technique is called the ring glide. To do this, you form a soft ring with your thumb and index finger and gently glide it from the base of your penis toward the tip. This technique is incredibly effective for restoring blood flow, retraining your control over ejaculation, and reawakening the nerve endings that may have become quiet with time. Next, we have the perineal pulse. This involves pressing gently into the soft area between the scrotum and anus. This spot, rich in nerve endings, is closely linked to the prostate. By applying soft, circular pressure or pulsing gently in this area, you're helping to calm the pelvic nerves, reduce hidden tension, and support overall erectile function. It's a surprisingly effective technique that can release tension from areas that are often overlooked. The third technique is the rhythmic breath stroke. For this one, place your hand over your lower abdomen or groin, and as you inhale, gently stroke upward. As you exhale, stroke downward. This technique combines touch with breath, allowing your nervous system to relax and your awareness to return. It's not about rushing or performing. It's about being present with your body and letting the healing process unfold naturally. These techniques are simple, but their impact can be profound. They work because they directly address the root causes of many issues men face as they age: poor blood flow, tight muscles, and a sluggish nervous system. By incorporating these self-massage techniques into your daily routine, you can help restore circulation, relax tense muscles, and reawaken the sensation and energy that you may have thought were lost. The beauty of these techniques is their simplicity. You don't need to be perfect at them. The goal isn't to perform a flawless routine. It's to engage with your body, listen to it, and give it the attention it needs. Just a few minutes of intentional touch every day can start to make a real difference. And when you consistently show up for your body, the results speak for themselves. Most men assume that real change, especially when it comes to improving erections, energy, and overall health, takes months or even years. But when it comes to reconnecting with your body and rejuvenating your vitality, something remarkable can happen in as little as 7 days. This isn't about miracles or quick fixes. It's about consistent, intentional care. The techniques I've shared, whether it's the ring glide, the perineal pulse, or the rhythmic breathstroke, are all designed to work with your body's natural rhythms. And when you practice them consistently, your body starts to respond quickly. Around day 2 or 3, most men report feeling subtle shifts. Maybe it's a warmth in the pelvic region, a sense of lightness in the lower belly, or even a small tingling sensation they haven't felt in years. These aren't just physical changes. They're signs that your body is starting to wake up again, responding to the care and attention you've been giving it. By day 4 or 5, many men notice their morning erections returning. At first, they might not be as strong or lasting as they once were, but just the feeling of something coming back to life is a huge confidence boost. It's a flicker of hope, a reminder that your body is still capable of amazing things. By day 7, that confidence grows. You start to feel more alive in your body, more connected to it, and more in control. The changes aren't just physical. There's a new sense of calm, a knowing that you still have the power to feel and perform. One patient shared with me, "It's not just about sex. It's about waking up in the morning and feeling like I exist again." That is the heart of this work. It's not just about physical recovery. It's about identity and dignity. It's about feeling at home in your body again. These techniques work because they give your body the attention it craves, the reconnection it needs, and the space to heal naturally. In just 7 days, you can begin to feel the difference, and it's only the beginning. When you stay consistent with this practice, you'll continue to see progress. You don't need to spend hours in the gym or take expensive medications. Sometimes, the best way to feel like yourself again is simply to take a few minutes every day to reconnect with your body. If you've made it this far, I want you to take a moment to acknowledge something truly important. You've chosen to take control of your health and well-being. That decision, to show up for yourself and your body, is a powerful one. It's easy to get lost in the noise of aging or feel like your best years are behind you. But the truth is, you're just getting started. By committing to just 5 minutes a day of intentional touch and self-care, you're telling your body, "I still matter. I still deserve attention." And in return, your body will begin to respond not just in terms of physical strength, but in confidence, energy, and vitality. This journey isn't about perfection or rushing results. It's about consistency and patience. The more you invest in yourself, the more your body will return that investment. You'll start to notice the changes: morning erections, improved energy, and a sense of aliveness that you may have thought was gone forever. I've watched countless men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond come alive again, not through surgeries or medications, but through presence, through the simple act of touching their bodies with care and intention. This practice is not just a temporary fix, it's a lifestyle change. It's a ritual that, when done consistently, brings long-term benefits to your health and your relationships. It's not just about erections or performance. It's about reclaiming your dignity, your sense of self, and your identity as a man. You deserve to feel strong, confident, and alive no matter your age. So tonight, start with that first touch. Start with breathing, feeling, and listening to your body. You're not broken. You're simply in need of reconnecting. And the good news is, your body is ready. It's waiting for you to show up and give it the care it deserves. One touch at a time. You will come back stronger. You've got this. And the best part, you're not alone. I'm here to guide you through it, every step of the way.